U-Rock guitar, and I'm Kevin Kent, one of the co-founders. My other partner, Cliff Illian, and I worked together on this product for a couple of years, and prior to that we'd done other MIDI guitars back in the 80s called the Photon guitar. But this guitar was built to be the bridge between video games and real music, but with the goal of making it the ideal and perfect mobile digital guitar. So if you notice, it plays very simply. It's not going to hurt your fingers. It's not going to, it's never going to go out of tune. So we found that a lot of the beginning guitar players had significant problems with the guitar being in tune, or any guitar being in tune, with giving up too quickly because their fingers hurt. And if you notice, I don't know if you can zoom in on this or not, but the material on the fretboard is a very special type of material, and you can squeeze it and push it and without hurting your fingers. There's no ridges on it to make your fingers bleed, and it's really a neat foundation for a new guitar player. It's also a great foundation for going on the road, playing in the back seat of the guitar or the car. I'll show you something really cool. So this guitar comes apart. It's like this. So that means that you could take it into the back seat of the guitar between here and San Diego. By the time you get to San Diego, you can learn a bunch of songs, right? And these types of features are really what have never existed before, have never been available for. This guitar, I was just playing the acoustic guitar sound in it. It has acoustic guitars, 12 strings, 6 strings, electric guitars, grunge guitars, all the famous brands, the Gibsons and the Fenders and the Strats and all this stuff are all built into the guitar. So like here's a nice electric, sounds like a Strat to me. And we also have things, and all these sounds are built into the guitar. So you can take this guitar out of the box, put the batteries in it, and immediately begin rocking. Right? So that's great stuff. But then how do you really learn music? How do you really go from being a gamer using these buttons? Because, by the way, if I haven't said so before, the guitar also plugs straight into Guitar Hero Rock Band. And we have this unique cartridge system here, so you just buy one guitar, you take one of these little cartridges, which are not sitting in front of me right now, and you slide it in here, and it works with the Wii and the PS3 now, and it'll work with the Xbox in the future, as well as the iPhone or the iPad. And so you've got all these great guitar sounds, right? But how do you take the next step? How do you take the next step into learning real music? And what we did is we put guitar tracks and tracks to jam to inside here. Like here's one. All right, so you can play along with this, right? But if you don't know what to play, then what do you do, right? How do you solve that problem? Well, because of our unique patent pending technology, we have strings on this, and notice these are real strings, right? Right? But up here there's no real strings. So we can make it so that when you're playing along, we can map this part out so you don't make a mistake. So let's I'm going to do a different sound and a different pattern. So here's a nylon string guitar, right? That'll, right? Now here's the pattern though that's with it. Right? So you're, Ande la Pues, instant Spanish guitar sound. But I don't know what notes to play. I have no clue here what to play. Let me put the strap on. Move into real rock and roll mode here, Carlos Santana style. So I don't know what notes to play. So you go into here, and I don't know if you can see this on here, but there's a button here called the U-Rock mode. And take a look at that panel, that control panel. There's a lot of different features in there that access some very advanced and very simple features of the guitar. This particular one, being the U-Rock mode, enables me to only play the correct notes in this scale. So if I'm playing this song, grab a really handy little U-Rock guitar picks here. So if I'm playing along, make a mistake. And of course what that does is that gives the new player a reward system so that they're going to play more, they're going to practice more, they're going to learn more faster and have a more enjoyable time doing it, rather than spending the first 20 minutes of the lesson trying to get their guitar in tune and then have their fingers hurt 10 minutes later and then quit, and the next thing you know you got a guitar in the closet, right? And so this particular technology called the U-Rock mode can be done on a lot of different levels. I'll play another guitar in another mode here. So here's a standard blues progression, which everybody needs to know how to play the blues, right? At one point in your life or another. So here's this one, and I'm going to put it on the U-Rock mode, and now I can't make a mistake. That in of itself is a great way to encourage people to play and a lot of fun, and you learn your modes and all this sort of stuff. But what if you really want to take the next level and take it up to a gaming paradigm? What if you want to actually play it like a game? So then you go into U-Rock mode number 2, and check this out. I'm sure most of you who've watched have played Guitar Hero Rock Band, and when you play a wrong note, what happens? You get a funny sound, right? Real guitar sound, wrong note, real guitar sound, correct note, wrong note, correct note, wrong note. So now when I play, so what you start doing is you start figuring out start to develop, and a guitar is a pattern-based instrument. So what you start to do is you start to develop the muscle memory for those patterns, and you start to learn the real scales and modes. In addition to that, we also ship with a very handy-dandy poster, and there's the front and the back of it over there. You might take a quick scan on there. By the way, you're using the latest iPhone HD technology to scan our massive poster. But what the poster does is the poster gives you those, those main, you need to know how to play the bar chords. You need to know how to play all the, the major chords. And so between the combination of the U-Rock mode and that, you of course have a real learning experience. But let's talk about how it connects and why I say it's a mobile guitar, right? So right here, you've got your iPhone or iPad or iPod in and out, so you can plug your iPod, have your iPod be your backup band, or plug YouTube while you're watching the YouTube video, have the audio of that go into the guitar. Then you plug your headphones out of the guitar put it on your head, and you play along with iTunes or YouTube, which is how I'm learning a lot of my songs. Here's of course the standard guitar plugged into our guitar amp over there. Here is USB, and USB is great for plugging into GarageBand or any of the hundreds of sequencing programs or music composition programs for the bit more serious user. But also there's hundreds of MIDI games out there for learning music that you can use, and this makes it a lot of fun. I think when I did a last search for MIDI songs that you can play to on the internet, I think it was like 40 million or something crazy, right? Here's the standard MIDI connector for plugging into MIDI. And that gives you really a world of opportunities there. When you plug in our cartridge here, you're plugging into Wi-Fi in the case of PS3s and Bluetooth in the case of Wii devices, and that gives you further access and interoperability with other platforms. So that's the essence of it. I'm not a very good guitar player, as you've probably seen, and John is, who did the demo at the very beginning there that you saw. But I think that some of the other features for the higher end, the better guitar player that are found in the control panel should be mentioned. Open is one where we do open tunings built in there because everybody wants to retune their guitar differently. Well, guess what? We have 65 alternate tunings that everybody from Dave Matthews to Joni Mitchell use in their pop songs. Tap mode is a great one. Let me change the preset here down to number 6 so I can really show you something funny here. When it's blinking, it's loading. So it's number 6 here. So I'm going to go into tap mode and U-Rock mode, right? And then all you have to do is just tap the strings like you do. Eddie Van Halen thing. Okay, I need more distortion, right? And by the way, I should have mentioned, just for the sheer enjoyment, the volume of the guitar. If you wanted to change the volume of the guitar, you touch guitar, and then you just turn the volume knob down here, and it does go to 11. I want to make sure you understand that. We took that one extra step that's so needed in this world. So the tap mode is great, and that allows you to really do some neat and new things. The slide mode enables the sliding, so it's a lot better experience for sliding. You know. Right? And then the U-Rock mode, we pointed, there's actually 3 modes of the U-Rock mode. The one where you can play any note correctly, the one where it makes the funny little barking sound between the wrong notes, and then in other words, silent between the wrong notes, in case you get annoyed at the little barking dog as you're playing. And those will truly teach you how to play the modes. And of course, we've gone through everything from the classic A minor, G, F, all along the Watchtower, progressions, to the blues, to pop stuff, to country stuff, and by the time you've had a U-Rock guitar for a month or two, you should have learned most of those chord progressions, both from our poster, our website, and through just practicing the guitar. Our website is www.urockguitar.com. There'll be a lot of videos on there, tutorial videos posted by users on how to use it and extended features. I think I have a lot of fun with it. Also, one thing I didn't even mention is that from the sounds that are built in, I talked about the 25 digital guitars that are built into it. Well, there's also 50 synthesizers that are built into it. And if you just hear it as just a synthesizer sound, I don't know what this is here, but let's find out. It's like a little voice sound. Right? And there's 50 voices, and there's 50 synthesizer sounds, and there's 50 drum sounds as well, so you can have all these different kind of drum patterns to play along with it additionally. Then in order to get it into game mode, which I'm not set up right now with the Wii because we just got back from the E3 show, but all you have to do to get it into game mode is you just select game, and it goes out with the cartridge in it. It goes out and finds the gaming system you're playing. In the case of the Wii, you do need to synchronize it, just like you do with any other extraneous device with the Wii, any other outside controller, and you push the little red button in the middle of the Wii. And with the PS3, you have to hold little buttons down on the cartridge and the Wii, on the PS3, and then it synchronizes, and then you're ready to rock with Rock Band or Guitar Hero. I really think it's the most interesting guitar in the world. I think it's the most different guitar in the world, and at $199, suggested retail price, I don't think there's a greater value that I've ever seen. From a gaming perspective, notice that there's all the kind of the joystick, and these are the inner and up down buttons that you normally have on a guitar. Also notice one other little thing, which is a retail experience, but if you hold these back 2 buttons down for, I think it's 5 seconds, we'll see.
The U-Rock guitar was designed for music, games, and mobility. This digital guitar has frets, strings, whammy bar, and unit, plus 25 digitally sampled guitars and 50 synths to mix into the 100 presets. It even includes its own jam tracks, plus multi-touch and console controls for gaming.
I'll let you listen to the rest of it later. It's 56 seconds exactly, but that's another nice little thing for the retailer. When it comes, and you can do the open the box experience. Here's the box here. It comes inside with, of course, the guitar, the neck, the guitar strap, the USB cable, and an audio cable, and you're set to rock. We don't ship it with batteries because nobody wanted us to ship with batteries, and for lots of reasons, both internationally and domestically. But there you have it. It's a video game controller. It's a Mac and PC controller. It's a portable device. It's a real electric guitar, and it's a learning guitar, all encompassed into one device.